Fair enough.
All of the
Well, I'm
episodes
saying
will be coming out.
absolutely play tonight and podcast next week. It's not like we're behind.
Yeah, I got plenty of stuff. I found a new matcha with adaptogens, and I felt like a fucking rocket scientist today.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know if it's real, but
That's
it felt good.
that's funny because
Placebos are good as long as you don't dig into them.
Abby said I am a walking placebo.
when I was at Natural Grocers, right?
Yeah.
And fully 1/3 of that grocery store is vitamins and supplements, and I was probably not the minority. I think half the people who worked there were believers.
Sure.
And then half the people are like,
Smart.
this is bullshit.
Oh, okay.
But, not like, okay, is a multivitamin good for you? Yeah, probably,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
There are some things in that, in that thing that, like all those aisles that
Yeah.
are like, okay, there's a handful of real things in here.
And like even the things that aren't real are like to a degree do what they say. Like magnesium, if you take it at a certain time of night, it helps you go to sleep. Okay, but it's not like weed or fucking anxiety medication for anxiety.
Yeah, and that's what's that thing that people really take to sleep?
Melatonin.
Yeah. That's that's a real thing.
Oh,
You
yeah.
take melatonin,
I just eat a bunch
so
of
there are real things in there, but
Yeah. Like things that have a specific targeted effect, I'm willing to believe.
Yeah.
Anything that's just like will solve your problems, I don't even look into it. I just roll my eyes and move on.
all your problems still there. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Nate, what's
I mean,
plum juice enema gonna do for you? That is bad, honestly. Try it out.
color my butthole.
he said bad.
And there's our intro. Hey everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Rum and Cinema. I'm gonna edit this one the day we record it, maybe.
Oh.
Wild.
If we don't play Baldur's Gate. We started playing a Baldur's Gate.
I was gonna say we're gonna finish early and be like, so.
Yeah, so listen.
We're gonna finish. Well, like Sinners was really good.
Yep.
We're done.
8 o'clock, say it. Baldur's Gate 3. I've never played. These two have played. We're doing a campaign together, and I'm the face, and I have a cowboy hat. That's what you need to know so far.
Yeah, that's all you need.
They had to put that cowboy hat there on purpose because
For me?
it is for like people to find and like have that because like it is so character defining. It is really enhancing my experience more than it should.
It's so
I
good.
see you in every cutscene with that fucking cowboy hat.
And my like terrifying Joker makeup at the same time.
It's so bad.
It's a good mix.
Yeah, it's great. You look like a character from Fallout.
Okay.
Oh yeah, like one of the ghouls.
Never
Yeah.
seen it. Never played it. I'll take your word for it.
Oh yeah, you need to
Just
check out the
hacking
show
your
at
video
least.
game.
Yeah. Hers good. Hey, what's our next game after we're done with Baldur's Gate? We got to think of that too, because this should keep going.
Something that's coming out in like 2 years.
For the record, we have time.
Hell
The
yeah.
Baldur's. I literally did like some napkin math the other day, and I was estimating a year for the Baldur's
Let's
Gate.
go. So it's about 100 hours. 2 hours a week. That's kind of what I think.
Yeah, I think it's maybe a little less, a little, and
We'll get
especially
lost.
I don't know that. Yeah,
Sure,
there's
you
things
can-
you can
100
do, there's
hours.
things you can skip.
That's what I
and-
said, Nate. I said 100
100.
hours.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said 500 hours.
Oh, I see.
I'm
I
just
see.
ready for you to be wrong, to do your math wrong. I just assumed.
But because my math was like, I bet we'll do a few hours a week, and then if we do it once a week, and each session's 2 to 3 hours, and we'll miss a week here and there for whatever.
For
and,
sure. For sure.
Yeah, well, I'm estimating about a year.
Hell yeah. I'm in. So yeah, we're going to talk about Sinners today. You can find that in theaters right now.
The heavy sprinkling of Baldur's Gate reference.
Oh, buddy. Get ready. Actually kind of fits. But I'm always joined by my guests, Nate and Jake. Jake, how you living?
I'm doing great. I think this is the first time in several podcasts that I saw the movie relatively early.
Oh.
Normally, I'm seeing the movie the day before or the day of.
Yeah.
But yeah, I saw it like on Friday, so I've had a little bit of time to. I even saw another movie in between.
What'd you see in between?
So,
Palate cleanser.
Thunderbolts.
Oh, right. Colon.
Yeah, it's definitely
The new
a
Avengers.
palate cleanser.
I almost did that exact same thing because I almost went and saw Thunderbolts for our like $5 Tuesday movie. But then I didn't have access to my car.
That is exactly why I saw Thunderbolts. $5 Tuesday.
Where do you go?
Oh,
It's
yeah,
$5 Tuesday. AMC.
I have an ACX that does it.
For some reason, all movie theaters have agreed to do $5. It's like
I feel like that's
$5
true.
days on Tuesdays.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's pretty reliable.
Huh.
Yeah, I'm definitely not. I'm intrigued by all the things I've heard about Thunderbolts, but I'm definitely not seeing it outside of a $5 Tuesday.
Are you going to see Captain America: New World on Disney Plus in 2 weeks when it's on?
I already watched 30 minutes of it behind someone on an airplane, and that was enough.
You didn't get to Harrison Ford being red, though, did you?
I was watching a good movie, and then I saw Red Hulk like on the row ahead of me, and my eyes perked up, and I watched, and they had subtitles on, and I watched the fight scene, like the climactic fight scene, and I was like, "This is fucking bad."
Sucks.
I was so.
What were you
disappointed.
watching?
Matrix.
I was watching the Matrix.
You know what? We're going to talk about the Matrix.
Yes.
We're going to talk about the
Yeah,
Matrix.
yeah.
I knew it was going to be the answer too. We're going to talk about the Matrix in our game today.
Hey,
He's giving away answers.
Movie Draft, 1999, baby.
They also, oh yeah, nice. They also they reference that movie in Thunderbolts because they talk about, and the last president turned into a giant red monster, and I'm like, oh, I didn't see that movie, but
I thought you were talking
whatever.
about the Matrix.
No,
Oh, okay. Like they reference the Matrix in Thunderbolts.
there
maybe
is a
they
character
did.
called Ghost.
Cool.
That's actually a reference
Don't worry about
to
it.
StarCraft Ghost, the canceled Blizzard.
That's not what I was going for.
Come back, everybody. Don't leave.
Yeah.
Now you can leave.
Where my nerds at?
Where my nerds at? Huh. Just gonna let that one sit. So Sinners,
We'll get there eventually.
directed and written by Ryan Coogler, who is doing an X-Files reboot, which is exciting. Big fan. He did Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, Creed 2, Creed 3. I think he was just a producer on Creed 3 because I think Michael B.
Basically anything Michael B. Jordan is in the last 10 years.
Maybe. He only directed
Actually.
Creed 1, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, and Sinners. Michael B. Jordan was not in Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. So, checkmate,
You're not wrong.
Nate.
He is. He is definitely in it. He is in a flashback. I'm certain.
That counts.
I don't think it
Batman
does.
Marvel.
Is he on the IMDb cast? Let's see.
He absolutely is.
I don't
They're
think
not putting him on the IMDb cast.
Well, if he's not in it, they won't.
He is in it though. I can actually describe
Fuck,
the
he
scene
is.
to you.
Right, he's in it. Yeah.
They also,
Idiot.
for all of those movies, have the same costume designer.
Oh, cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I guess some woman always works with
Cougs.
works with the director on that. Yeah.
The Cougs.
Yeah.
So yeah, Sinners is about twin brothers returning home to start again, only to discover that a greater evil is waiting to welcome them back. It feels like a great movie for us to give our insight on as like not black people in America and like what life is like that must be, but we're gonna do our best. So Sinners is about, I would say it's about a boy more than it's about the smoke and stack.
I would agree. Michael B. Jordan, obviously the top casting.
He plays twins.
He's the name you hear. And honestly, the most interesting characters. I feel like at least at the start, right?
Yeah.
It's really who you're drawn to them right away. Man, they're so damn cool,
Mhm.
But at the end of the day, The movie's about Sammy Moore,
Sammy Moore.
Preacher Boy,
Preacher Boy.
and about his journey.
Did you watch?
And actually, the movie does start with him.
It does. Yeah, it starts kind of. It's one of those movies that starts at the end and then goes like 24 hours earlier, which is kind of annoying. But I like the way they did it.
I agree. I'm not a fan.
I had thoughts as I was thinking about the first watch, like the first scene. I was like, "Oh, is he a vampire? Did they like have to invite him in?" But then Abby was like, "It's daytime, idiot." I was like, "Oh, yeah."
I forgot that this was a vampire movie.
Good.
I knew it was like kind of a horror movie.
Yeah.
2, during that scene, that initial scene where he like goes into the church, and it was pretty jump scary.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like the only time that this movie does that.
Which I appreciate.
So I thought it was going to be a lot heavier on traditional horror tropes of gotcha, you know.
Especially the trailers at my showing. I don't know about you guys', but mine was like Final Destination, the new one, and like The Conjuring, new one. And I was like, fuck, this is going to be wild. And then, yeah, it was like 2/3 of the movie was like what life is like in the South post, I guess, during Jim Crow. It was like the 30s.
Yeah.
So like mid World War II. Not even?
Yeah,
They went to war, but I don't know which. I guess it had to be World War II. Right?
they said something about being in Korea.
That would be the 50s.
No, Germany. World War One.
Two.
Yeah.
Would be Germany.
Oh.
Well, I guess 1917. You know what? Talk amongst yourselves. I'll figure this out.
1932.
Okay,
so
so
it's
pre
before World War One.
Pre World War II, post World War One.
Are you sure? I don't know my history.
World War II is 39 is the beer hall push,
not
I
ours.
believe, and then 1917, 1918 is World War One. Around there.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, they didn't call it that at the time. I know.
Oh god.
So Remick, we'll get to it. Anyway, never mind. So the twins,
it's
Michael B.
just-
Jordan and Michael A. Jordan, as the Letterboxd joked, would have you
Eh.
believe, Smoke and Stack. There's a lot of people I recognize in this movie that I really enjoyed. Sammy's good. It's his first role, which is crazy. Miles Caton.
That is crazy.
Yeah, the new guy.
Is he a singer?
Yes, he has a whole
Before
album
this?
on Spotify. My wife looked
Okay.
it up like
I was
immediately.
gonna say.
His only
Yeah, like
his IMDb credits are on The View as a guest as himself, on a show called Sherry as a guest as himself, and Sinners. That's it.
that's crazy. Because I will say, like, I'll make a couple bold statements right now.
Mhm.
I really like this movie, but the parts, what you're saying, like that, like 2/3 of the movie is about life in the South. Like, my favorite parts of this movie were the non-horror parts.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
the absolute star of this movie was the singing,
Yes.
but from both Sammy and from the
The lady.
his love interest.
Yeah.
I can't call her the lead actress. She's like,
Perline.
Oh,
there's a couple other leads.
Perline.
Perline, yeah.
Yeah, like kind of a secondary lead actress.
hmm
Her song, that was like the point that both Taylor and I were the most captivated in the movie, is her song.
Was that the no.
It's
Okay.
wild.
Was that the one where they
Well,
did all
on
the
the-
cool changing stuff and
No,
That
that was
was
Sammy's song.
Sammy's first song,
Okay.
which what Taylor said was her favorite thing in the movie.
that was the
But-
one of the best musical things I've ever seen in a film.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Insane.
It really was.
Nate was actually crumping to pick poor Robin clean. We're gonna pick poor Robin clean.
But her,
Hot
when
Lana.
she's singing on stage, when shit's going, like when shit really is starting to go down, like I think when the gunshots go off.
Yep.
But that scene is just wild,
Yeah.
and her singing.
It's incredible. Delta Slim is the drunk harmonica blues pianist.
Mhm.
He's in a bunch of stuff. He's in Malcolm X. He's in Defy Bloods. He's in This Is Us. Bunch of stuff. I liked him a lot. He was really good, and the story that he told for why he drinks was unbelievable. Like,
Yeah.
crazy story to hear. It's about a lynching of his friend. And Haley Steinfeld did really well as Mary. The way that she acted pre and post vampire was really cool, and she did a really good job of that. The character Ruthie, Andreen Ward Hammond. I believe she was in one of these leading ladies was in maybe it's Tanaja J. Jackson. L. Jackson. One of them was in Lovecraft Country. And did a really good job too. I can't remember who though. But yeah, great cast. Did a really good job. So yeah, they start off with Sammy going home with a broken guitar in a car, and his dad tells him to repent and drop the guitar, and he looks haggard and went through a night of vampire destruction that we see in like flashes. Then we go the next day, and or the day before, we like flash backwards, and he's in the fields filling his quota for the day on his I don't know what they call them. There's a term for it, whatever farm. Sharecrops, yes, thank you. He was doing his quota for that, got done, moved on to find the twins, Smoke and Stack, played by Michael B. Jordan. They came from Chicago, and they tell us that they worked with Al Capone, but we find out as the movie goes on, they probably stole from Al Capone. That's how they got all their money and booze. So they're on the run, maybe, or maybe not. Maybe they turn him in. Who knows? But they're like the cool guys, and they just like effortlessly are cool in this movie. Like,
yeah,
the way that they bring up those around them too. Like, there's that little girl, that younger girl. When I think it's Smoke. I can't remember. I'm not gonna lie.
Fair to say that they look similar.
The one that's not with Haley Steinfeld. I think that's Stack.
Who's Haley Steinfeld?
Mary.
Is she the
white girl?
Three-quarters white girl.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
So Stack is with her.
Okay. So Smoke
and wears red.
Got it. That's good. Okay. So Smoke goes to town, and he has a truck full of stuff for their jazz joint, juke joint. And he doesn't want it to get stolen, so he finds a young girl, probably 12, hanging out outside, and gives her a job. And he helps her find out how to negotiate, and that was really cool. Like,
yeah, that
how
was cool too.
Way. Like, he wants the people around him to be up, which is cool. And it was interesting to see how in Jim Crow era, the South, it was like all white shops on one side and then all black shops on the other side. And the Asian family could run shops on both sides, which was interesting. So like that was
yes, that's historically accurate too. You know, they had, because the white shop owners wouldn't let the black people into their shops, but the Asians who came over, they were, they were not white people. They were second class citizens to the white people, but they were, if you set up a shop, you're happy to do business with both. I read as well because they had the dialogue differences between the Asian couple, because the husband, he spoke a lot more, white, because he ran the shop where the white people shopped, and then his wife spoke a lot more with black vernacular because that's the shop that she worked.
Interesting. That's a good call out, huh? Yeah, there's a lot of little things like that, a lot of little subtleties. I think that's why the first 2/3 of the movie really pulled me in.
Yeah.
Before it got weird, but it felt really real.
Even just as like, a historical, set piece and the story that they're telling, like, it's really good.
Yeah, it's really well done.
Like, yeah, you don't even need the horror fantastical elements to make this a good movie.
No.
Yeah. Though, continuing the storied history of blacklead, I think specifically horror things, teaching white people about the history of the Black South.
True. Yeah.
Thinking of you mentioned Lovecraft Country.
Yep.
Like learning about the town,
the Tulsa massacre.
Yeah, the Tulsa massacre. Yeah.
Yeah. And what was the other? No, that was Watchmen too. Did that? The Watchmen show. Did that a little bit too.
They were both. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, public school won't do it, so somebody's got to, I guess.
Yeah. That's funny. I guess it's fitting, but it's always horror stuff. Too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess that's how you relate to it.
Sure, and it's how you get a wider audience in. Like, if this was just this would be Nickel Boys if it didn't have the horror element to market itself on. Which
Yeah.
I mean, nominated for Best Picture, had really good.
Yeah.
We liked it. So,
Eh.
it was fine. Okay. I think I had this below. Let me see where I ranked. I'll tell you.
I mean, if
later.
Michael B. Jordan was in Nickel Boys, we might have liked it a little more.
If he was in
And if it
twi-
wasn't first person perspective.
and if it was
That's
twice,
true.
if he was in it twice, if he played both the Nickel
Yeah.
Boys,
That's
I did put this above Nickel Boys. But by one. So
You keep them segregated from the others or something?
it's a different list. It's a list of movies I've seen in the theater, Jake. I don't know what you're talking
Oh,
about.
I see.
Omar Benson Miller, one of my favorite character
Cornbread.
actors. Cornbread. He's so good. He's in 8 Mile. He's in Ballers. He's in, I want to say, a couple other football movies. He in Remember the Titans? He was in The West Wing for an episode.
Wait.
He was not in Remember the Titans.
No, I'm trying to remember. Was he the
Big
kid
guy.
in
He's the big
Orange
guy, the
Box?
bouncer.
No,
Oh,
no, I know who he is.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm trying to picture if it's his fit. It might just be because he's really big.
Yeah.
I don't think it wasn't because that's Blindside would be on his top 4 IMDb. and
Yeah, he's
it's
not in Blindside. No,
Yeah.
he doesn't play Michael Oher.
Okay, it's not him.
But he's in Ballers where he plays an offensive lineman. And I can see why you think that.
Yeah, just got the build.
He's great in this movie. He's in it for maybe 15 minutes, but he steals scenes when he's in it. I really enjoyed his performance. So basically the boys, Smoke and Stack, go through and pick up these guys from town and take them from their jobs that are, begging for money on train tracks, working in the fields with their pregnant wife, sharecropping.
Yeah.
And give them a spot to be themselves and have fun and not worry about anything wrong happening to them. It's like this special place where they can be them. So they open a juke joint, which is where they can do that. And Sammy's going to play guitar. He rips on that thing. The post-credit scene where he plays Fudge, what's that song? He plays a song solo, just him and the guitar. And it's so good. I can't remember what the song was, but yeah.
I don't remember either.
Not BB King. Good God, the other guy.
But I mean, yeah, the scene that I'm driving is, I think, the first time he sings.
Yes,
Once he does at the very beginning.
it's really good.
Yeah, I mean, that was
This little light of mine.
Yes,
wild.
yes. That's the song he sings at the end. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine.
Oh, sure.
So
Yeah, in the car driving, like, you realize how good a singer he is.
Mhm.
Like, he's playing the guitar and it's fun, and then he starts singing, and yeah, like, that felt very much the same as Smoke in the car when he just like turns and looks at him, and he's like, "God damn!"
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, he crushes it. He really crushes it.
Yeah.
Everybody that was in this movie had really cool musical talents that I don't think we got to see most times. So that was nice.
Mm.
Perline, like you said, amazing.
Yeah.
One of the wife, Stack's wife, maybe.
The witch.
Yeah.
That's
Lover.
Smokes.
I thought Smoke wore red.
And
No, Stack was that.
no. Yep. No, Stack is the red kind of pimpy guy.
Oh, I thought Smoke was.
And then Smoke is the blue guy.
Okay, Smoke then. Yeah.
And they're both just Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah, they're both good. So, they get accosted while they're partying by Jack O'Connell playing Remick, who, by the way, Jake, you'll be happy to know, based his character on Death from Puss in Boots, The Last Witch. Or The Last Witch.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty
His
cool.
eyes and Demeter are what he based it off of. So we see him earlier fleeing from Choctaw hunters. The movie is set in historic Choctaw homeland. There's a long history of cooperation between the Choctaw and the Irish. He's an Irish guy, Remick, who happens to be a vampire. So he finds these white supremacist KKK people. He gets let in by them because he's white and he's running from the others.
Don't know the rules of vampires.
I know they really do some of
Telling
them and not
people.
others, don't they?
I mean, I feel like only
Which ones are they
character
missing?
The
names,
religious
so I don't keep
pieces.
saying the witch.
Oh, sparkling. Oh,
No, the religious totems, like they're not affected by crosses or our fathers.
Oh
and
no,
stuff,
I was saying the KKK members don't know the rules of vampires.
Oh, no.
that they have to be invited in.
no, they
I don't.
don't know a lot of
Were
rules.
they unaffected by crosses?
Yeah, because the Asian shopkeeper lady, she had a cross on her neck, and
Oh, I see.
I mean, literally, preacher
They
boy
certainly didn't care about like religious.
was doing Our Father, and the
stuff.
guy did it with him.
Yeah, that he was making fun of him.
Which
But he was a powerful vampire, and powerful vampires can.
play by their own rules.
He wasn't a fan of garlic. He didn't like
That was
sun,
fun.
and he had to be let in.
That was a good callback. There's a part in The Thing I heard that kind of does the same thing as they did with the garlic scene. They were trying to figure out which one of them is a vampire potentially.
Oh,
And they have
yeah,
to eat the
yeah.
garlic, and that's a thing from The Thing. So yeah, vampires come in, start attacking, and shit goes down. It's fun. It's bloody. It's gory. It's raucous. They do a great time. But I would say it was like not needed for this movie to be as good as it was. But it didn't take away from anything either, I would say.
That I would agree with. I think you could have just made a cool movie, a cool period piece, and it would have worked. But I don't think this being a vampire flick where the last act is a brawl and a battle for survival trying to last the night, that was also sick.
Yeah, that was tough.
I don't.
Yeah.
I definitely wouldn't say it made it worse. I'd say I think it made it better,
Yeah.
and I think part of the reason why it made it better was just good old classic vamps. I was telling Nate, I don't know the last time I saw a vampire not be able to enter
Yeah,
uninvited,
true.
and he reminded me Renfield,
Oh,
but I
yeah.
don't remember that bit in Renfield.
May I come in? Everyone's invited.
Uh,
Do you think they have to be?
yeah.
do they- what's that place where when you're here, your family? The Olive Garden. Oh, they wouldn't go because of the garlic anyway. Never mind. Okay.
Oh yeah, that's how they. Yeah, loopholes.
Loopholes. Yeah.
They are always allowed
That's-
in, but they don't.
Well, that's why Olive Garden sells garlic bread for free all the time, is they don't want vampires just walking in around. I get it now. Makes sense.
I'll say, like, with respect to the horror thing, I think Smoke or Stack. Someone want to tell me which one got turned?
Stack. Yes. Nailed it.
Stack. So I think that all the best parts in this movie, other than the music, were like the quiet moments between when things were happening. Like this movie, really noticeably for I guess it's not exactly a blockbuster, but like
it is
for
now.
a movie that's this high profile,
Yeah.
I guess. It really like sits in moments, and I really, really enjoyed it. The conversations that they have. I can think of like the conversation between God, this is driving me nuts. Between Stack and his former wife,
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
about losing the baby.
Yeah.
Like there's so many moments where like stuff happens for a little while and then it goes to one scene where they just like two characters are talking. And they're really like it gets really emotional.
Yeah.
And that's what's like I think really stood out to me compared to I don't know the last several movies I've seen in theaters is like they were really weren't afraid to like let it get slow and emotional and like deep.
Mm-hmm.
Um
Which I think they can only do because of the vampire parts to get people in there.
well yeah, that could be like that's how you get people in. But also like just killing Stack and then like them having moments between them like where they were really good.
Mm-hmm.
Like basically him dying and Smoke dealing with it. Yeah, they like sit in it for a while.
You're right. They do a really good job of sitting in the moment and just letting you
Yeah.
be a part of it, feel it. It is currently the number 2 movie this year. Gross.
Nice.
223 mil for an R-rated vampire movie.
What's number one?
Minecraft.
Oh god,
Kids
yeah.
movie. You gotta buy 5 tickets if you're gonna go. It makes sense. Number 3, Captain America. Number
And then
4,
everybody
Thunderbolts.
showing up just for Chicken Jackie.
I just edited that episode of ours, and not Minecraft. We haven't watched that yet, but we talked about it. It's funny still, so hopefully it's funny in 3 days when it goes out. Did anything not work for you in this movie? Was there anything that you were like, I wish I would have tweaked this?
I would have liked to see more of the Choctaw
Yeah.
because
Oh yeah, I was bummed they didn't come back.
yeah, it shows them they were clearly hunting the vampire. They clearly knew what it was and they had ways of dealing with it.
But they said it was nighttime. We got to go back. Like they knew that nighttime was the
Right.
bad time.
They're like, we're not dying in this movie.
Yeah, this is bad.
No, I was surprised they didn't
Yeah.
show up, honestly, at the end.
Yeah,
'Cause
it would have been cooler to see more of them and how they deal with
Yes.
the vamps.
Maybe that's a
Just
sequel.
by the end, I was like, how the fuck are they surviving this? And I kind of thought that the Choctaw were going to show up and clear out the vampires,
That'd have been
or
tough.
at least a good portion of them.
Abby and I thought maybe he was going to bless the water they were standing in,
And
but he wasn't affected by that. Somebody,
classic villain
I
monologue.
know.
I will say, as much as
kind of vampire monologues until the sun comes up.
that's
All I'm
my
saying.
other complaint is like, as much as I'm pumped for to see the classic vamp tropes, the oh no, we were caught, totally taken by surprise, and the sun's out and we're all hanging out outside.
Number one concern,
That
dude.
yeah, that's a little bit like, come on. I think if you were a vampire, you'd have kind of an innate sense of like, okay, the sun's gonna be out in an hour. Let's not risk immediate death.
Yeah.
Nitpicking aside, because obviously this was, that's just for dramatic effect.
Yeah.
Actual thing that didn't work for me in this movie, and I'm trying to remember exactly, like I want to formulate this, but I remember while I was watching it and like immediately after, feeling that the movie felt a little choppy and messy. Like I liked all the parts, but there were definitely parts that like it seemed like they just wanted to do a few different things. And so not everything didn't like blend together kind of seamlessly. Like they would, I feel like they particularly at the end, like
Felt kind of rushed, maybe the climax.
Maybe rushed. Yeah. It felt like there was more that they wanted to get in, like that. I feel like there were a few things that like that should have been edited out. That should have been cut. And I'm trying to remember the exact details, like exactly what it was in the movie. But I remember in the moment being like, we didn't really need this.
I think any of the group vampire shots outside the barn were kind of unnecessary. Like,
yeah, maybe that was it. Like the motion, like it kind of killed the momentum a little bit at the end. I think they kind of kept doing like a really high tension and then like back to everyone just like kind of standing around.
Yeah.
And it was in service of doing things, like they were having conversations, like there were funny moments when they did like the garlic check, etc. But like I remember just thinking like that something wasn't flowing for me.
Sure.
Like especially the last third.
Yeah, they got me back when we sat with Michael B. Jordan getting ready to blow up all of the KKK guys at the end that were going to come back and kill them at the bar. That was so good.
That was it.
Yeah.
That's actually exactly the scene. It was cool.
Yeah.
But that was the scene, like the movie essentially ends.
Yes.
Like those two survive and then he does that. And I'm like, this was just something he wanted, like they wanted to include and they just couldn't, they didn't have it. It felt to me like they didn't have it in their hearts to cut it, but the movie would have been better if they would have jumped from the end to Sammy going into the church.
Yeah, it's at that point in the movie, that last scene, I was like, this feels very what was the Tarantino film?
Inglourious Bastards.
Django.
Inglourious Bastards.
I was like, this very much feels Tarantino to me. This scene of like, okay, and then Michael B. Jordan just wants to fuck people up in a big, wartime brawl.
Yeah, you're talking about Django where they like light the house on fire and Django just gets to go crazy on
shooting.
everybody. Me and Nate are
It's funny
talking
that
about.
there's multiple.
Yeah.
I thought he meant Inglourious
Yeah,
Basterds, where they're in the theater scene.
You know, it's all very Tarantino just to have that.
Or Once Upon a Time
And
in
then they went
Hollywood,
ape
where he
shit.
hits him with
Yeah.
a flamethrower, or The Hateful Eight, the whole ending, you know, or Reservoir Dogs, where he cuts his ear off, you know. Pulp Fiction, where there's
like, it made total sense why he wanted to do it,
Mhm.
but like, felt weird. Like, it just felt like it didn't fit with the movie, or it didn't fit with the pacing.
I will say, so Smoke needed to die.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so I think they had that planned out.
And the death scene was like heart wrenching. That was when he saw his the witch.
Yeah. And again, they wanted that in the movie. Like, it was just like, just basically pacing suffered for the benefit of like fitting more good things into the movie.
But I do like seeing a character ending like that, like the ending of the character, because we saw every other character tied off like nicely.
Yeah, I mean, I think it would have been better if he would have died in the fight with the vampires and then had that scene.
I got you.
Or something to that effect.
But it was cool as fuck.
It was cool. It was cool.
And there was a callback to the trunk. Remember earlier, Smoke and Stack were talking, we should get the trunk. And he was like, I don't think we need to get the trunk. And then he got the trunk.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was cool.
I do it when he flipped open the thing. I was like, oh, shit.
Hell yeah.
Like,
we're about to light some shit up.
Another mini detail. So throughout the entire movie, they smoke a lot of cigarettes throughout this movie. And every single time Smoke wants a cigarette, he asks Stack for one. And then you see at the end of the movie, Stack's dead. He does, you know, so he's going to he can't roll his own cigarette because he has the shell shock.
Yeah.
From the war, so his hands are shaky all the time. So that's why he always had Stack making the cigarettes.
Damn, what a find!
That's so sad.
What a find!
And again, it's something really subtle. You know, you don't think about it, but yeah, throughout the whole movie, every time he gets a cigarette, he's asked Stack for one. And then Stack does all the cigarette rolling.
The very last cigarette he has to ask that douchebag, and then kills him. Yeah, that's cool.
Another interesting thing that I came across was the song that Sammy does, where you're getting in, we're crossing the veil, and the descendants come out. So it shows a lot of people's ancestors, but it only shows Sammy's descendants because he's the only one who lived to have descendants.
Oh shit! That's so good. What a point. What just that's so good. This movie rules.
I was very impressed with this movie. Like everything from the overarching down to the nitty-gritty details. The music was killer.
So good.
I do love the song that he like the song of the movie, but I feel like there's a very big visual component to that as well.
Yes.
So I don't listen to it as much as I do others from this movie. I love the song when they go out, when the vampires haven't been let in. They don't know they're vampires yet. And Mary goes out just to like check up on them. And they sing that song out there. Oh, that song's beautiful.
Yeah.
Which is funny because like that one from earlier, that Pick Poor Robin Clean, that one is right after Sammy's song, and I was like, "Oh, they're doing these poor white people dirty." They're just the coolest song and visuals you've ever seen in your life. And then the three people show up with their, blowing the jug and shit, and you're like, "Ugh." Yeah.
How many out of 10 you giving this? I gave it a 7.
I'd probably give it an 8.
Nice.
I was gonna say
good. Love it. Everybody should go see this movie. It's awesome. It's not too gory for you.
Yeah,
Don't worry.
I agree.
You'll be fine.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be. It's not really scary.
No.
Like I said, there's a couple of jump scares at the start, but it's not really a horror.
You said they didn't do any with jump scares. The single thing that got my blood pumping the most was the snake jump scare.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I was like, I thought that was a harbinger of things to come. And I was like, I actually like jumped a little on my seat,
Yep, that
and
was
my
a good
heart was
movie.
pumping. But yeah, they don't really jump scare after that, honestly.
Mm-mm. There's-
The tensest moment was when fucking can I fucking idiots. So vampire stack stabs a knife through, and then two different characters go and stick their eye up to that hole.
oh yeah,
Like dicks. Like
yeah,
that was so I hate eye stabbing.
yeah. That was.
And I was
tough.
just like the whole time I was like,
You're gonna do
oh.
it. You're gonna
And
do
then
it. You're gonna do
especially
it.
because Smoke does it, he puts his eye up and they start talking. And I'm like, oh well, he's still his twin. But then Sammy goes to look again, and I was like,
Don't
oh,
do it,
he
Sammy.
can have an eye patch and still survive. They're gonna stab his eye out.
Don't do it, Sammy.
Like,
Yeah,
oh, it was so unpleasant.
yeah. It's a great movie. They did a good job with it.
It was a
Sinners
great movie.
now in theater. Check it out. Anything we missed? Nice, love it. Wrap it up. How about a game, gents?
Let's do it.
We're gonna bring it back. The movie draft. The year 1999. The link in the document. The movies you're choosing. We have 6 rounds for everybody. Jake, that thought that would be better because it's right.
Criticism.
Yeah. Nate is gonna go second. He'll be in the middle. Jake will go first. I'll go last. The categories, for those that are new, we go
Now that
through.
last is a disadvantage. Ben takes it.
Yeah. Duh. I have to get something for getting second. I'm gonna be in the middle. So the way this game works is Jake, Nate, and I will take turns snake order drafting movies from the year 1999. We then have to fit them into categories. And wherever we lay amongst the three of us will be how many points we get. Categories are domestic box office, Academy Award wins, Academy Award nominations, Letterboxd review count, Letterboxd highest rating, bonus point if it's in the IMDb top 250, and Letterboxd lowest rating. Jake, are you ready?
Yes. Okay.
You are on the clock.
I'll take Phantom Menace.
Nice.
Damn
Star
it.
Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace.
I was gonna make fun if you didn't take it, but I'm also mad that you took it.
I feel like that'll be the box office winner, but I don't know for sure.
Yeah.
Nate, who are you taking?
I'll take The Matrix.
The Matrix. Classic choice. I'm gonna go with I really thought this came out this year, but I guess not. Okay. American Beauty. For my first pick. I think that one's gonna do well for the nominations category. And I will do I really want to do a one for box office. God, there's so many good movies again. It's crazy. Yeah, I'm gonna go box office. I'm gonna go with American Pie.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm very curious about box office for that.
I know
Because that's the start of the franchise.
it's R-rated, but I figure like
Yeah.
summer movie maybe got a chance.
Maybe.
Yeah. All right, Nate, you have
Got
The
some
Matrix
word
so
of mouth.
far.
It's long enough ago. Maybe things took a little longer.
True.
Had a little more time to cook.
True.
I'm gonna take The Green Mile.
Good choice.
Got a good feeling about awards there.
Yep. And Jake, you get back to back.
Okay. I will do. We don't have The Sixth Sense yet, do we?
We do not.
All right. Give me that.
Okay.
And give me The Mummy.
The Mummy. What a great movie.
That is a good movie.
Underrated.
Jesus Christ.
What?
I'm just scrolling through IMDb movies
Yeah.
looking for, something.
Yeah.
The description of number 23, but I'm a cheerleader. A naive teenager is sent to rehab camp when her straight-laced parents and friends suspect her of being a lesbian.
Hell yeah. That's gonna be a good one.
1999.
Let's go 99. Who's in that?
Wow, that's shocking.
Natasha Lyonne.
I would not have guessed.
Yeah, are you gonna take it?
No,
Oh, okay.
no. I just that this period hit me at the end. I thought there was gonna be suspect her of being like a drug addict.
Well, it's got to
And
be
it
like
just said
satire.
lesbian, and I was like, what?
Pretty sure it's satire.
I'm sure it's satire, but still, Jesus Christ.
All right, now who you taking?
I think I'm gonna take the Mummy.
Already taken.
Already
The
taken.
last pick was the Mummy.
We were just talking about how hot Brendan Fraser is.
Yeah.
I was thrown. I mean, I figured Metacritic reviews for how hot Brendan Fraser was. Have we taken The Sixth Sense?
The pick before that was
Yep,
the
that's the other one I just picked.
All right. I was busy reading movies.
It's like you're not
I
here.
understand.
I will take Galaxy Quest.
Nice.
I got good feelings about.
I want to make you
some
feel
reviews
stupid
that
and
are
take
due.
Fight Club.
Nah,
Don't know
I
how that wasn't
had a
taken
written
yet.
list.
Oh boy, this is where it gets difficult. I'm gonna go with.
That's some of the box office movie.
I'm gonna go with 8
Shit.
millimeter for my lowest. I think that's gonna be pretty bad. Nate.
Yep. Ooh, interesting. Did Big Daddy do well in the box
Oh,
office?
that is always a good question.
Still Adam Sandler. Well, he was still doing pretty well.
Peak-ish Adam Sandler too.
Yeah. Oh no, Toy Story 2.
No way, is that there?
Yeah.
Fuck.
That's my box office darling.
How far down was that?
33.
Jesus. All right, good pick.
Yeah,
Good pick.
sometimes
Good
you gotta
pick.
look.
Toy Story 2. All right. Jake, how you living?
Okay. No, okay, not that. You know what? I'll take Letterboxd highest, Letterboxd lowest.
I know it's trying to fill in what you need now.
Okay, give me Boondock Saints.
Nice. Okay.
Ooh. Does anybody take that? Give me Tarzan.
Good one. You got the Brendan Fraser
Tarzan
lockdown.
1999.
Yeah.
Oh, is that not? Oh, is that that's
It's
Disney
not
Tarzan.
Disney Tarzan. It's not Disney Tarzan.
Yeah, but it's animated
Yeah, it
still.
is. Yeah, it is.
Or what is it? Brendan Fraser?
No, it's Disney Tarzan. I
it's-
just clicked on it.
Yeah, it's Disney.
Oh,
Yeah.
the movie poster didn't look right to me. But
Yeah, it
maybe
doesn't,
I'm
but
mistaken.
yeah, it's
Okay.
the one.
Probably pulled the wrong movie poster.
No, it's
All
not.
right. I will take Wild Wild West.
Damn, I was thinking about that one. Okay. So I get 2. These are the last 2 I get. So I have
Figure out what I'm going for.
that for that. That for that. That for that. Okay. Okay. So I need. So I'm gonna need one that I think got nominated for a good amount. Oh, I'll do Eyes Wide Shut. One of the last movies by Kubrick. And to close it out, I need review count probably. What's one that? Oh, Blair Witch Project. Easy. Cool. That's my 6. Nate?
Let's see. I need a good movie. I need something for noms. What looks pretentious? Oh, you took American Beauty.
Yep.
Oh man, I like Cruel Intentions. I actually like that movie quite a bit, but I bet it didn't do very well.
Who knows? The last movie by Nate. Always good for 5 minutes. You know the Iron Giant's still in there? That's crazy.
Oh, wait. Being John Malkovich.
Yeah, that's a good one. Good shout.
John Malkovich.
Malkovich.
Did you? I don't know how much you guys listen to like podcasts like Seth Meyers, Lonely Island podcast stuff, but Seth Meyers was telling a story recently on one of those podcasts that he was having a conversation with John Malkovich, and he said I was trying to think of every movie I've ever been in, and I got to about 50 before I thought of being John Malkovich.
What a life. I bet he thought of Burn After Reading before that. That's a good
Probably.
movie.
It is.
All right, Jake, you got one left. Where are you going to go with your last pick of 1999?
Okay. I will say right, the last one's tricky.
It is tough because you have to like find what fits. You gotta remember which ones you have left.
That was really it. What like put me into a corner. I had like 4 movies written down,
Yeah.
but I was like, oh shit, I need a good movie.
South Park Bigger, Longer, and Uncut. Stuart Little. Like Placid.
Also, the blast from the past as you scroll through these is insane.
It's wild.
Like, because I was like,
The
I probably
Hurricane?
never would have thought about
26
some of
years
these
ago.
movies in my life
No.
until they.
Pushing 10. Fantasia 2000 came out in 99. That's crazy. Never Been Kissed.
You
Mystery
too.
Men. Oh, that was really funny.
I want to go back and watch Mystery Men and see if it's as good as I remember.
I remember it
I
being
fucking loved that movie.
Awesome. Yeah. We watched Scary Movie 1 the other day, and it's really funny. We're rewatching that.
That's a little surprising that it held up, honestly.
It's hardcore, like very homophobic, but
I'm sure.
so many laughs in there still. They're making a new one too.
They always are.
No, it's been so long.
I know it's been a little while, but
I'm missing it.
I saw that and I wasn't surprised at all.
Jake, do you have an answer?
Just throw on Austin Powers for me.
That's The Spy Who Shagged Me?
It is.
Okay. I think that's the one I watched the other weekend. Okay, now, Jake, listen to how we're going to do this. Okay, you ready? We're going to go by category and each give our pick in that category.
Listen.
So we're starting with box office. So what's your box office choice?
Phantom Menace.
And Nate, what's your box office choice?
Obviously. Toy Story 2.
Toy Story 2. And I went with American Pie. Number 1 from that year
So curious what that's gonna do.
is Star Wars Episode 1. Jake gets first. I'm shocked. Number 2 is The Sixth Sense. Number 3,
damn.
Austin Powers, The Spy Who Shagged Me. Number 4, Toy Story 2.
Hey,
And
get wrecked.
all the way down at number 17, American Pie. Damn it. So, Jake got first, Nate got second, I got third. Okay, Academy Award wins. Jake, who you picking?
Give me Tarzan.
Tarzan, good choice. Okay.
This is the Disney Tarzan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nate, what's your pick?
I'm trying to decide if I want to compete or if I want to throw in my
You're done.
dud. I'm gonna say being John Malkovich.
Okay. And I put American Beauty, which I believe won Best Picture that year. I think I have at least one. Let's take a look. So, Tarzan. How many Academy Awards were you nominated for? It won one. Oh, wait, this is winners, isn't it? It has one win.
Yeah, it's winning.
Best Original Song, Phil Collins. Nate, what was your pick again?
Tracks. Being John Malkovich.
What's up, Jake?
I was expecting animated, but
Nope.
that's fine.
John Malkovich nominated for 3, 1, 0.
Oof. That was my dud.
Best Director, Best Writing, and Best Actress in a Supporting Role. Who did win the Academy Award for Best? I bet it was Iron Giant. That's my guess.
Bastards.
Is that who actually won it? You saw it
I'm
already?
pretty shocked.
Toy
that you
Story.
picked that, Jake.
Oh, Toy Story 2 won?
Oh, Toy Story. That's right.
Oh, I don't know. I just saw that on the list
Let me look.
or on Nate's
Oh,
list,
did they not
rather.
have one then? Oh, Best Short Film. Documentary.
Oh, maybe they didn't have an animated.
I don't think they did. Wow. Okay.
Well, Phil Collins can carry.
Yeah. So Nate has 0, Jake has 1, and I picked American Beauty. Watch it be 0. Just get fucking.
They added in 2001.
Damn. What information is
Bodied.
there life? That one won 5 Oscars. So I will take the dub there. Okay. So Jake currently has 5 points. Nate has a solid 3. And I have a solid 4. Jake, who you putting in for Academy Award nominations?
The Sixth Sense.
Sixth Sense. Good choice. Nate.
Green Mile.
Green Mile. And I'm putting in Eyes Wide Shut.
God, I love Green Mile.
I've never seen it. I own it, but I've never seen it. Wow, Sixth Sense
Getting more and
nominated
more
for
surprising.
6 Oscars.
Shit.
Honestly shocked. That's a really high number.
Wait, what did it win?
I don't think it did. Yeah, it was just nominated for 6.
It's the Amelia Perez of 99.
No, it was deserving of being nominated for Best Picture. What was yours, Nate? Green Mile. That's got to be like 10.
I'm hoping.
4.
I need this one. Fuck.
4. 2 less than the Sixth Sense. That's insane. And I
That is
had
insane.
Eyes Wide Shut.
I think Sixth Sense is better than.
It's really good.
I think Green Mile's a better movie. I think The Sixth Sense was groundbreaking.
Eyes Wide Shut had 0 Academy Award nominations.
Never seen it, so it doesn't surprise
Pulling
me.
out a point for
Fucking
me.
insane. Jake again. Taking it to the house there. He's got 8 total now. Nate's sitting there with 5, and I have 5. Okay. Next up is going to be Letterboxd review count. Nate, what are you going with? Or sorry, Jake, what are you going with?
I'm gonna say, give me count for The Mummy.
Okay.
Actually, all of my shit is just in order.
Okay.
Wow, all of my shit is just in order. Has it been in order since as I picked them?
I don't think so. Actually, maybe.
Oh.
I don't know.
I picked the Phantom first.
Yeah, you did. I think that might be in order.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. All right. Nate, who's your pick for Letterboxd review count?
You can just fill these out if you'd like. Review count Galaxy Quest.
Okay.
Highest rating The Matrix.
Okay.
And lowest rating Wild Wild West.
Okay. And I have Blair Witch. So, Letterboxd review
Wild Wild
count.
West is higher than Spy Who Shagged Me. I quit.
Letterboxd review count. Let's start with The Mummy. How many reviews does that have? And let's see a funny review or two. The Mummy. 1999. It has 505,000 ratings.
Jesus.
That's a metric shit ton.
I don't remember our numbers from last time, so I
I feel
don't
like it was
know if
like
that's-
20,000.
Yeah,
Galaxy Quest.
I'm not optimistic.
137,000. Finally, the Blair Witch Project.
Where's my Tony Shalhoub fans at?
Where's my Tony Shalhoub fans at? What a sentence.
I didn't know he was in anything besides Spy Kids and Monk.
Yeah. Not to be outdone. 677,000 for the Blair Witch Project. Who will take it
Nice.
home?
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Okay, let's read a couple of these funny ones. So The Mummy. Get some reviews in here. Sorted by review activity, obviously. I like The Mummy's number one superpower is the ability to make his lower jaw like 2 feet long. I'd like to thank Rachel Weisz for playing an integral role in my sexual awakening. The third best Indiana Jones movie. Not wrong.
Honestly, I think that review still holds up.
Yeah, it's hasn't changed. Let's see. Galaxy Quest. If you watch this while focusing on whatever Sam Rockwell is doing in the background at any given moment, it's like a whole extra mini movie. I'm naming my firstborn child Guy Fleegman.
Sam Rockwell was in this.
Galaxy Quest is a sci-fi what Scream is to horror. That's actually true. The rest are like nerdy. Oh, the best Star Trek film? Yeah, that's probably true. The rest are like nerdy callbacks to the actual movie, so they're not as funny. Unless you just
actually, guys, if we could be serious.
And finally, Blair Witch Project. It took me 20 additional minutes to finish this because about halfway through my television turned itself off, and I just thought they put the camera in their pocket or something. With how annoying these characters were, I was rooting for the witch. More like the Blair Bitch Project. Holy shit, did they ever stop complaining? Shut the fuck up, Heather. Oh, that's good shit. Okay. So I took 3 points there, which puts me at 8. Nate has a good old 6. And Jake standing at the top with 10. Jake's really good at this game. Okay. Letterboxd highest rating. And bonus points of 1 if you're in the IMDb top 250. Number 1 for Jake, Boondock Saints. What do you think it is?
Out of 10?
It's out of 5.
Out of 5, Boondock Saints. I don't know how people rank them, but I'm going to say a 3.9.
3.40.
Ouch. I was hoping Boondock Saints was just that right amount where only people who love that movie are going to see it.
And they keep rating it over and over and over, yeah.
Yeah.
Nate, what do you think The Matrix is at?
No way it's below 4.5.
4.17.
Bitch.
And what a year for fight movies. Fight Club and The Matrix. And Iron Giant. Fight Club.
And Tarzan.
4.2. Baby.
Damn,
Fucking
Fight Club
hell.
over you.
Ben.
Edgelord
Nate,
assholes.
Jake. Let's check out if any of these are in the top 250. Fight Club is, I think it is. Number 13. That's a point for your boy. Is The Matrix. I have to think so. If it's not, that's kind of a
I forgot about the bonus point.
The Matrix is. It's number
You
16.
Fool. Oh, wow. IMDb agrees too.
Still below mine. That's crazy. And what was yours, Jake? Boondock. I feel like that could make it. That's like
mine was Return of the King.
Boondock Saints not in the top 250.
If I get robbed by this bullshit bonus point,
Bullshit.
Hate to see it happen.
It's like everyone knew the rules ahead of time, and still yet you failed to follow.
you can't appeal in one of your
Clearly
games to
written.
everybody knowing the rules.
It says right there, bonus point
No,
if it's in the top
right.
250.
You think I'm looking?
I have 11. Nate
Sorry,
has
Jake,
9.
You're still gonna beat me.
I have 12. Or yeah, I have 12. Jake has 11.
That's fair.
Okay, let's read some funny ones here. Boondock Saints reviews. I can't remember the last time I watched Boondock Saints, but I remember I liked it. In this movie, Willem Dafoe, A, is gay, B, is homophobic, C, does drag, D, all the above. Literally Black Panther for Irish people. Yeah, that's about it. If you hate this movie, you're weak and dull and boring. Yeah, probably fair. Matrix. These are gonna be good. I hope. I can also do a backflip. Oh wait, we already did this last time because I remember taking the red pill at my ass to shock Morpheus. Fight Club. It's gonna be fucked up. I love Fight Club, but I hate the people who love Fight Club. What Zero Pussy does to a motherfucker. They could use that soap and take a fucking shower. Not wrong. Okay, finally. So Jake has 11, Nate has 9, I have 12. The last round is Letterboxd lowest rating. Jake, what'd you have?
I had Austin Powers, The Spy Who Shagged.
That's a mistake, dude. I really like that movie. I really, really do. That one has a solid 3.0. That was one where they introduced Mini-Me and Fat Bastard. It's a tough one to be bad. Yeah. The first one I could see.
It was. I debated putting swapping Spy Who Shagged Me and The Mummy. I didn't really have any bad
The Mummy's
movies on
gonna
my
do well
list.
too.
That's true. You
The
didn't.
Mummy did well.
Yeah.
Nate, yours is Wild Wild West.
Yeah.
This has to be bad.
I am confident in this category because this movie fucking sucks.
So Jake
It wasn't bad.
was a
It
3.3.
fucking sucks.
Nate, where do you think it's at?
It's a.
Out of 5.
It's gonna piss me off and be 3 something, but I think it's 2 something.
2.24.
Hey, not letting me down.
Jake,
Wow.
yours was a 3.30. Mine was a 3.21. 8 millimeters. So we have Nate. Ben.
This is what you get when you try to make an action movie with
Nick Cage. Oh,
With-
Will Smith and fucking
with
Klein.
Wilson. What's his name?
Will Smith.
Owen
Oh.
Wilson.
No, Owen Wilson. Yeah.
Owen Wilson's not in this
No.
movie. Kevin
Actually-
Kline.
Look, if you buried me up to my neck, gave me chopsticks, I'm digging myself out.
Is that in Wild Wild West?
Yeah.
No way.
Oh shit! What is Owen Wilson in?
Not with the Wild Wild West. It's Kevin Kline and Will Smith. He took that movie over The
Oh,
Matrix.
I'm thinking of Shanghai Noon.
You're insane.
Yeah,
Wait, this whole
that's-
time were you thinking of
Oh.
Shanghai Noon?
What's that?
Were you thinking of Shanghai Noon this whole time?
No. I was picturing Owen Wilson in a Western and knowing I hated it.
I
but
forgot
also
about
hate Wild
Shanghai
Wild West.
Noon.
I didn't think it was that bad. I was like 6 when I watched it, probably, or 10. What do you say? Do you want to see the reviews on this one too? Let's do it. 8 millimeters,
Give me the
starring
Hi, Jake.
Nicolas Cage as a seemingly innocuous plastic real film leads surveillance specialists down a dark and frightening path. I literally had this idea the other day. That's crazy. I've never seen this movie. Okay. Reviews. Activity. These are all about inside jokes, and I don't get them, so pass. Wild Wild West. Here we go. Reviews. Activity. Quite poor. That's all it says.
That's a pretty good.
This is exactly what I believe HBO's Westworld is like, and I refuse to find out otherwise. Honestly, you can tell Tarantino was inspired by parts of this for Django. Let's see. Oh yeah, you can see Will Smith's dick and balls. Austin Powers, The Spy Who Shagged Me.
It's gonna be all inside jokes, or not inside jokes, but references.
I hope so. My favorite. Loki had a crush on Scott Evil with his blue hair and his 2 earrings. Oh, Austin Powers 4 2021 post-COVID. Dr. Evil creates the coronavirus and names it after the beer. I'm on Tinder, baby. Austin Powers gets canceled, but ultimately learns that woke culture is very groovy. With the power of CGI, Bigger Me replaces Mini Me and holds Dr. Evil in his hands and carries him around. Dedicated to Vern Troyer is the first end credit. Dr. Evil on Donald Trump. And I thought I was freaking evil. Mike Myers plays a brand new character that does one of the Fortnite dances. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Travis Scott. I mean, it writes itself.
That's pretty good.
So, that was our game. I won. You two both lost equally. 14, 12, 12.
I feel like the tiebreaker
better
should
'cause I
be,
came back.
did you get the bonus point? And it should count against you in the tiebreaker.
That doesn't make
Oh,
any
I was
sense at
gonna
all.
say.
It doesn't make it.
The
any
bonus
sense.
point is a crutch. It should be half a point.
The bonus point is for people who pay attention to the rules.
Yeah. So often, Jake, you get the bonus point in your favorites. Time.
I don't think.
Every other trivia game, I make up some dumb shit that's like half a million
You can't.
points.
You can't prove that.
I haven't released the videos yet. You're right. They're still sitting on my computer.
I was like, you can prove it, but are you going to?
Nah, I really don't think you care or me that much either. But we appreciate you all caring and listening to us this far. We want to thank you for listening to our episode today. I'd like to thank my guests, Nate and Jake, as always, for joining me. If you're new here, you can follow us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and anywhere else you get your podcasts. If you do listen on Apple, please leave us a review. If you're watching us, hey, be sure to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/@RumandCinema. And as always, we'll leave you something to watch next. I watched the first episode of The Eternaut on Netflix. It's a show I've been hearing a lot about. I think it's out of Argentina. It was based on a comic book, graphic novel thing from like the 80s. It's about all of a sudden there's just this snow that falls that kills you. And that's all I've gotten so far. It's
That's how they get you.
really well done first episode that leaves you with a lot of questions. Don't watch the trailer, I would say, because we watched the
Isn't
trailer.
that just The Happening?
Honestly, yeah. Don't watch the trailer because we watched the trailer and at the very end we were like,
All
oh,
about snow for pollen.
I don't know. But so far, pretty good. 6 episodes. Just got picked up for season 2. The Eternaut.
Nice.
I kind of want to watch The Happening and see if it's as bad as I remember.
That could be our next episode. Is it as bad as we remember?
Words.
The Happening. 10,000 BC. I call it my least favorite movie.
I'm gonna be pissed.
You won't. You'll get to see Mark Wahlberg say, "How we lost? It's a train." Oh wait, no, that's the Darjeeling Limited. I forgot. I thought that was happening. Nate, do you have any recommendations for the people to watch something, or read something, or play something, or listen to something?
Some reminders for things we've already recommended a million times. The
Good.
new season of Taskmaster is starting now
Yes.
with Jason Mantzoukas.
So good.
First 2 episodes were solid.
Yeah.
Um,
Very enjoyable.
and Hacks is back on.
I've never
for
seen that.
season 3, I think. It's so good.
It's HBO, right?
Yeah.
We can say HBO again.
Hey.
Yeah.
We
No
never
one will be
stopped.
confused.
Stopped.
And no one was ever confused.
Yeah, it's not getting old. Each season is like different, I would say.
Nice.
Same 2 characters, but their relationship keeps evolving. It's really good.
I like that. What was it called again? Hacks?
Hacks.
Hacks. Cool. Nice.
Yeah.
Jake?
I saw Thunderbolts,
Mm.
Marvel's latest. I guess I'd call it an ensemble.
Mm.
Everybody's new, right, except for
Weird you
Bucky.
didn't. But almost all these characters have appeared in movies already.
Have they?
Yes.
Black Widow? I think they're
What
all
if-
in Black Widow.
I mean, they're all the leftovers, but
Oh, Black Widow.
Yeah.
Come on.
yeah, Black Widow.
Colin Jost hasn't even
Ghost,
seen Black Widow.
Ghost was in Ant-Man 2.
Okay.
All right, buddy.
So these are the side characters.
So
in
no
the
one's ever
movie
These
seen
are
that
all
I
the
didn't
things.
even.
That's literally what
I
they
didn't
all
even
side
consider going to.
They're like half of they're all villains, basically. That's the whole point.
My
They're like,
19-month-old,
they're like Marvel's shitty Suicide Squad.
my 19-month-old who doesn't know how to use the Apple TV remote yet would still turn it off if any of those movies started. He would find a way.
Hey,
It's called
don't
evolution.
you pay David Harbour the respect he deserves?
Hey, Florence Pugh, love her. David Harbour, incredible. This is not their spot. But are they good in it?
Florence Pugh, I love because she's the Emperor's daughter
This is
in
true.
the greatest movie of 2023,
Midsummer? Oppenheimer.
Dune.
Oh,
Movie
yeah.
with an emperor in it.
Nate, it's called A Joke. Okay.
I don't think so. I think you were genuinely guessing.
I got first place in the movie game. Okay.
Yeah.
But
With
yeah,
an asterisk.
not unlike your pick, Thunderbolts.
Yeah, I'm just so curious because these are all like the leftovers. None of them have superpowers except for, I mean, they do, but like they're middling superpowers.
Right, that's
How?
Like Captain
and
America?
I know who the villain is.
What's Captain
Yeah.
America's
What the fuck
superpower?
is going?
Justice?
What's that?
What's Captain America's superpower? Justice?
Super soldiers, it's steroids.
It's not superpower. Barry Bonds
He
took
has-
steroids.
he is Captain America
Allegedly.
is a superhuman. Is he one of the shittiest Avengers? Yes.
And literally, this movie has two lower class super soldiers. Two of the members
Yeah.
are super soldiers with worse super soldier serum than Captain America.
Why would they
And
have
they're
a worse
like-
version?
The two strongest people on the team.
Yes, they are.
Like
And
literally
they're going up against evil Superman.
they even
Like,
make
That's
jokes.
the character.
There's even a meta joke where one of them's like, "What are we going to do? We can punch and we can shoot and that's it."
Damn. Oh, it's like the first Suicide Squad,
like,
where it's like
he is-
really overmatched and not going to work out.
It it's literally like the Sentry is Marvel Superman,
Sick.
and he has an evil alter ego.
Sick.
Like it's evil Superman versus six like half. Yeah,
Superman
it's
has an
crazy.
evil alter ego too. Did you know that?
I mean,
He's that-
he has to.
He's that silly looking guy. Was it Solomon Grundy or
He has
something?
to because Superman
Oh,
is boring.
You
unless
mean-
he's fighting
you mean your
himself.
Bizarro superhero.
Bizarro? Is that him?
His name's not Bizarro, but he's from Bizarro.
Yeah, it's
World.
Bizarro Superman.
Yeah, I can't remember his name.
Bizarro.
El Cal.
I
would track.
He's an imperfect clone of Superman created by Lex Luthor.
Hmm.
He's just named.
Oh, yeah, his name
Bizarro.
is Bizarro.
He debuted in Superboy number 68 in 1958. So go see Thunderbolts, right?
If you're a Marvel fan, go see it.
Okay.
If not, I mean, it's fun enough, but
Got a weekend in
it's,
5
to me,
months.
to me, it was worse Guardians
Oh, okay.
and significantly worse Guardians.
I played Movie Pyramid today, and Bradley Cooper was the bottom row. So I obviously put on all 3 Guardians of the Galaxy, just check what the percentages were. 3 to 4% each. I put in one Hangover movie, 6%. So not as prolific, is it, buddy? Anywho, you're prolific, all of you listening. So we appreciate you. We'll see you next time. Enjoy your rum. Enjoy your cinema. See you then.